The Bananas, one game behind the Party Animals, 5, 6, and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your Savannah Bananas.
Series here in Sugarland,
all right,
Texas.
Sugarland, it's showtime. Let me hear you.
One win apiece. This is the rubber match with the Lone Star State on the line. Pika Scala here, so excited to have you watching on YouTube, and even more fired up to welcome in Josh Talevsky live from Athens. How are you doing, Big Tiger?
I'm great, Biko. It's great to hear from you, big guy. I'm super excited for this game, man. There's a lot of new things happening tonight that are really firing me up.
Yeah, currently the Bananas and Party Animals tied 3 games apiece in the Florida series. There'll be one more game on April 27th to decide who rules the Sunshine State. The Party Animals with one more win in Georgia, but here in Texas, 1 win apiece over the last 2 nights. And now Jared Donaldson and Dylan Porter duel it out here tonight. What is the key to victory for both teams for you, Josh?
Well, Biko, I think for the Bananas, it's going to rest a lot on the starting pitcher, Jared Donaldson. He's got to control the bad innings. And hey, while we mentioned it, the Bananas going with a little bit of a different lineup tonight and, you know, giving some guys a break. I think they're just going to have to figure out how to best manufacture runs with the lineup they've thrown out there. I'm excited to see what they've got in store against the Party Animals.
Yeah, it's a really good point, Josh, because Dan Oberst, in particular, last year's World Tour leader in batting average, gets his first night off on the tour this time around, and he is currently 3rd on the Nanners in batting average, and this is where the real drastic difference is between these two teams. Dan Oberst, 3rd on the Nanners in batting average, 10th in the tour, because there are 7 Party Animals who have been hitting better, at least as far as average goes, than the Bananas' usual first baseman. Here is Jesse Cole.
Fans in Banana Land, we do things differently. We don't just say play ball, we say start the clock. So on 3, we're all gonna yell start the clock. 1, 2, 3. Showtime.
Showtime indeed, Jesse Cole. Jared Donaldson faces off against the 2018 and 2019 Savannah Banana, Tanner Thomas, in his 2nd tour with the Party Animals, and trying to get things rumbling early. He took Donaldson deep just a couple weeks ago in Grayson Stadium. Dead center field about 450 feet away. One of the more powerful blasts I've seen in my 4 years broadcasting the Bananas. Tanner gets the half night off, the DH tonight. Comes in hitting .319, and the batting average will rise a few more notches. Tinder Thomas, the 8th best batting average on the tour thus far. Great piece of hitting there. And as Josh mentioned just a little while ago, Jared Donaldson has been boom or bust for the Bananas so far on this young tour. If he finds his groove early, he's been really successful. But the Party Animals' first 6 hitters are a true murderer's row. Now you get Dalton Cornett, tied for 4th on the tour with his .349 batting average. 440 OBP. And the OPS, a sterling 1,138. Video game numbers, tied for the tour lead in home runs with 3, and he's got a 3-0 count. Downey able to find the zone. Jared, a splitter specialist. Work a fastball and slider in as well, as Cornett lines it down the left field line. Long run for Michael Deeb. He can't get there, but he does snag it on a hop. It's going to be DC3's tour-leading 7th double. And the Party Animals set up awfully early. This is just what you want to see for the boys in pink, huh, Josh?
Yeah, that was a great piece of hitting there for Cornett. We've seen him go the opposite way a lot this season, and I think he's at his best when he's just able to hit the ball to all fields like he did just there.
Now Reese Hampton, the switch-hitting center fielder. half night off last night. Back as the captain of the outfield here in the rubber match in Sugarland. That is a blast deep to left field, and that thing is not out of the park. Noah Bridges does a heck of a job to prevent it from leaving Constellation Field. It's going to be the longest RBI single I've seen in my life. Party Animals with a 1-run lead early and celebrate with a little do-si-do on home plate. That was a towering blast, Mr. Talevsky.
Yeah, no kidding there, Biko. Man, with the vantage point I have, I couldn't even tell if Noah Bridges had caught it or not. I'm telling you, Reese Hampton is going to run into a home run at some point this season. He has hit the ball so hard.
The only dinger he has was an inside the Parker as he takes off for second. The throw from Eric Jones not in time. Reese now 5 for 6 in his stolen base attempts on the tour. Just picked up his 6th RBI as Tanner Thomas scores his 9th run. Party Animals in the same spot with the dangerous Jake Skoll behind 0-2. Their right fielder leading the tour in batting average at .463, on base percentage at .569, OPS at .1422. It takes the slider a twinge high. His 3 homers tied with Cornette and Jones for the season lead. Fights that one off. He fouled out to a fan last night, and nobody able to make the catch on that one. His 16 runs scored and 13 RBIs, that's also pacing everybody offensively. And able to hang tough on the fastball. Donaldson low 90s with the gas. Yes, Josh?
I think that's what's made Skoll so dangerous, Biko. He just has not been striking out at the plate. He's seeing the ball super well at the moment.
And there's a wild pitch, and I mean bold font wild, as Cornette comes across to score his 9th run of the tour. 2-0 Party Animals. Reese Lightning moseys on over to third. 2-2 pitch coming to Skoll. And yeah, 9 ball 4 sprints. That leads the tour compared to just 8 strikeouts. And the count runs full. The Party Animals' first 6 hitters, with Breland on deck and Bloomer in the hole. Payoff pitch. Good take. That is going to be ball 4. Donaldson wanted a ruling on the check swing. Flip around the field. Remember, on a sprint in banana ball, all 7 fielders have to touch the ball behind the pitcher and catcher before it's live. Donnie's still trying to barter with Vincent Chapman, who now asks Randy Voss if Skoll went around, and third base umpire confirms that he did not go. Party Animals with a 3-0 lead. Skoll picks up his 14th ribeye, pacing all hitters. And the aforementioned Breland Almodovar swinging early. Comes in hitting .349, tied with Dalton Cornette for 4th on the tour. The craziest part is the guy in the 6 hole waiting on deck. Bryson Bloomer's hitting .413. He only trails Jake Skoll in the batting average department.
I mean, any way you structure this lineup, Biko, the Party Animals are able to drive in runs, whether Almodovar's batting leadoff, 5th, 6th. I mean, this Party Animals lineup is deep.
Yeah, and it's really the top 6. You haven't seen them move out of those 6 spots, but they have been moved around a whole lot in between the 1 through 6 order in the lineup, as Bill Leroy making his first start at shortstop on the tour. Tips his cowboy hat to the crowd. It's part of the really impressive arsenal that Mr. Leroy brings to the team. He's just about as versatile as you can find a guy. Skoll still on second. Here is Bryson Bloomer. He pops it into foul territory, and the net prevents D-Mac nor a fan from being able to make a play. Bloomer with 1 home run on the tour. It was against Jared Donaldson. The fans with another chance, and they come up empty for the 3rd time tonight. We've had foul balls caught by fans in each of the first 2 games. That one lined into right, and it will be caught. Jake Skull scurries back to second. Good lumber, quality at bat, but the boomer is retired. It'll be Chase Acuff, and this is where the Party Animals lineup, at least statistically, falls off a ledge, although Chase, an excellent hitter in his own right. 2021 Coastal Plain League champ with the Bananas. Was a Party Animal in the Summer Series, in which he actually was red hot the entire time. Hit .500. Ended up 7 for 14 across the 6 games. Will the fans get another chance? No, they do not. That one ends up on top of the Sweets.
Pico, you know, after all the foul balls that were hit in Jacksonville, I'm glad to see so many fans catching them here in Sugar Land. I mean, it just balances out in the end, doesn't it, buddy?
Yeah, really similar stadiums, about 7,500 full capacity for each of them as the fans get another opportunity. Not so much on the press box that time. And we love our good friends down in Duval County, but the folks here about 40 minutes outside of Houston have been much more helpful on the foul balls. That one looped out into left, broken bat knock. Michael Deeb will fire it all the way home. Acuff running towards second, good base running. He picks up his 3rd ribeye on the tour, 2nd in as many nights. As Skull touches home plate successfully for a tour leading 17th time in just the 14th game. 4-zip early for the Party Animals as Joe Lytle takes the heater high. Party Animals first baseman, part of the 2-man catching tandem with Dalton Cornett. They pretty much exchange duties behind the dish every game. And the count 1-2 on the pride of Oklahoma City. Acuff off of second. And a cut and a miss. There's the nasty splitter. EJ whiffs with the tag, but fires down to first to finish the strikeout. Party Animals strike for 4 runs on 4 hits. 1 man left on base, and Josh Talevsky, that was the exact opposite of what you were hoping for Donnie out the gate.
Yeah, not a great start for Donnie Vico. You know, even in CPL, we saw him kind of struggle early on in games, have really bad 1st and 2nd innings. But I think if he can just start to settle in after the 2nd inning, the Bananas are going to be just fine. Of course, this is a game based on points and not runs.
That is a fact. So the Bananas need 4 runs to stop the Party Animals from claiming the first available point on the night. And they've got a tall task ahead of them. You look at the numbers for Dylan Porter, right-hander out of the University of New Orleans, averaging under 4 minutes per inning across his 16 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts to just 1 ball for a sprint. He's also only hit 1 batter. He's got the 12 strikeouts and a really impressive 10 Ks, a really impressive 2.81 ERA. And I think what really puts that into perspective is the Party Animals as a team are averaging a 5.18 ERA. So Dylan Porter, nearly half of it.
And Bico, he works fast out there on the mound. He's got 3 times within the top 15 all-time MPI.
He works with a fastball, low to mid-90s, about 90 to 93. He'll touch 95, 96 when he reaches back for a little extra mustard. Curveball, slider, and changeup. Classic 4-pitch mix. Porter making his 7th appearance, his 3rd start of the tour. And the Bananas come out with their best hitter thus far, Eric Jones, leading the team with the 375 average, the 447 OBP that you see right there. Shakes that one to second. Dustin Baber, a 2-hopper to first, backhanded by Joe Lytle. And 1 pitch, 1 out for Mr. Porter. The 2-time professional banana, last year's tour and this year's tour, is retired, and now DR Meadows. The center fielder hitting right at the Mendoza line, although it is awfully early here on the tour. And just under 300 with the on-base percentage. The pride of Vidalia, Georgia. 2022 Coastal Plain League champ. And then started his professional career in the Summer Series this past August, spilling into September. Was teammates with Dylan Porter. That's when Dylan started his banana ball career. Since then, he has traded allegiances to the boys in black and pink. No chance for the fans to make a play on it. That one out of Constellation Field. Payoff pitch coming. And the heater just misses the inside corner. Porter shakes his head in disagreement with Vincent Chapman. All 7 party animals behind. It's actually Mike Vivacis behind home plate, making his first start on the year as the Party Animals head coach, a player coach at that. Guy who's pinch hit himself 3 times on the tour thus far. And the Bananas get a very important first base runner, only the 2nd sprint given up on the tour thus far across 16 1/3 innings pitched for Porter. Now Michael Deeb, a part of all 3 tours. Was a banana back on the One City World Tour back in 2021. Did it again last year. The man out of Davie, Florida. Returning for the 3-peat. Good barrel to dead center. Reese Hampton on his horse. He's not going to get there. Meadows is going to score easily. And Deeb picking up the pace and then slamming on the brakes at second. Backflip onto home plate for the doctor. Vitamin D picks up his 7th RBI. DR scores his 6th run. And the Bananas will need 1 more man to reach base before they can even dream of tying this first inning. The baton pass to Bill Leroy. Just 6 points under 300 with batting average. 4th best on the team. Situated right between Michael Deeb and Dan Oberst, who gets his first night off on this young season. Bill behind 0-2, but as tough a guy to strike out as you can find. Only 2 Ks across his 13 games played. Tied for the tour low. One-two pitch. And it's barreled to right, but Jake Skoll scoots underneath it. Will hurl it in. Michael Deeb just dekes at tagging up to third. That is a howitzer for a right arm that Jake Skoll has. And now Josh, the odds stacked against the Bananas. They need 3 runs with just 1 out to play with.
Yeah, I think the key is going to be getting Noah Bridges on base anywhere you can right now. And Bridges, of course, a pretty fast base runner himself, but that could also be a situation you want to insert Malachi Mitchell into as well.
Yeah, Noah just about as fast as they make him. And lines it right to Dustin Baber, snatches it out of the sky. Quality at bat, nothing to show for it. Party Animals win the first inning 4-1 and lead the game 1-0. We'll throw it down to Jesse Cole as it is time for a couple kids to pick their parent.
Here on the field, it is called shopping for bananas. Well, we know often the parents do the shopping. Here, we're letting the kids do the shopping. And it's very simple. All they gotta do is move their cart down, pick up all the bananas, and deliver this to their parents. This should go exactly as we hope. We have George here, almost 2 years old, and Asher here, almost 2 years old. All right, On your marks, get set, go. And they're off to a fast start. Asher's grabbing the card with help. And George is all right. And George is walking over around. He sees the fans, and there goes Asher, completely skipping the bananas and the cart. You never leave your cart alone. George is going to Mom. Asher's looking around. George sees the banana. George picks up a banana. Now, and they're going the opposite direction. Asher's got one. Asher's got two. We got 10 seconds left. If they get it in the card, we have something. And they got it right there. We have winners. Asher and George, the opposite of the shopping with bananas. Let's hear it for our contestants.
Leading off for the party.
Well, a curveball on the entertainment script. Instead of picking their parent, Asher and George supposed to pick up bananas and toss them into their cart as they get to their parents. They reverse course and entertain the full capacity crowd here in Constellation Field nonetheless. Mike Vivacis boogies his way up to home plate off camera. This is his fourth at-bat of the tour. Player coach, guy who's been a party animal for all three tours now.
Biko, if I'm not mistaken, this is Mike Vivacis' first AB against a pitcher not named Bill Lee.
You are not mistaken, and Vava, who took Bill Lee deep on last year's tour, 0 for 3 against him this year. He has scored a run. Pitch running for Joe Lytle on third. He smashes that to left, and Vava almost leaves the building. Michael Deeb able to make a leaping catch on the track. Mike Vivacis toying with his second career banana ball home run. What a drive that was, huh, Josh?
Yeah, he was sitting on that Jared Donaldson pitch right there. Give Michael Deeb credit. He's always a showman out there in left. Just able to reach out and make the nice snag there. And hey, he's going to give a fan a high five for that as well.
And Dustin Baber is abducted into the batter's box. Looks like he's about 4 years old with an alien carrying him. And takes a heater on the outside corner for strike one. Party Animal's second baseman fouls the heater off. Comes in hitting .282 at .349 on base percentage. Takes the bender upstairs. And cranks one to short. Bill Leroy tries to bounce one to himself, throws it to first in time. A failed trick play, but he gets the out nonetheless as Dustin Baber was running backwards to first base. The alien abduction not complete until he left the field. The things you never thought you would see on a baseball diamond, Josh.
Yeah, that was definitely surprising for me, and I'm surprised to see Bill Leroy out there at short today.
It's his first start at short on the tour. Guy who played 35 games of his senior season at the University of North Georgia at second base. He's handled third base a handful of times for the Nanners as well. But anytime you watch batting practice in Banana Land, it's a good chance you'll see Mr. Leroy taking grounders at shortstop. He loves it there. Finally gets his head coach for the 5th time to put him at shortstop. Tanner Thomas gives it a ride, but D.R. Meadows makes the second leaping catch for the Bananas outfield on the warning track of the inning. And Jared Donaldson has a spooky 1-2-3 frame. Okay, let's throw it to Mr. Josh Talevsky because it's time to talk about last night's showman of the night.
Thank you so much, Biko. We've got a St. Patrick's Day Showman Award to bestow to somebody, and it's going to go to a Bananas catcher, but not Bill Leroy. It was Eric Jones Jr. coming away with Showman of the Night on St. Patrick's Day. I've got him represented with a Rubik's Cube here. He knows how to work one of those puppies, and rest assured, We'll get him to show that on a broadcast at some point. And now we'll get into the game action. Jones went 3 for 5 last night. He had a single off of Brandon Sherman in the first inning, and he's going to get a single off of Brett Helton in the 9th inning as well. But it's his 4th inning blast, a 2-run home run off of Brandon Sherman that really got the crowd going. Eric rounding the bases, super excited. He's going to lift up the kilt, give the fans a little took-a-shake, and fire them up, get the crowd going, get the arms raised. And boy, did they respond. And hey, Eric Jones had an eventful 3rd inning on defense. Reese Hampton is going to pop one up in foul territory. Jones goes after, chases it, makes the catch, and he's going to run around giving some fans a high five behind the netting as he celebrates that one. And then the end of the inning, Joe Lytle draws a ball 4 sprint, and Danny Hosley, he's gonna throw it home as Chase Acuff tries to score, and Jones able to apply the tag, get the out, and end the inning. Eric Jones had a phenomenal night, had a ton of fun out there on the field, and really got the fans going. Biko, that's what I've got for you on our showman. I'll turn it back to you.
Wow, thank you very much, Mr. Talevsky. Dakota McFadden drives that deep to left, and it's going to be just off the base of the wall. Breland fires it into 3rd. Dakota McFadden now representing the inning-winning run in scoring position. That is his 4th hit in 5th hit in 22 at-bats, 3 doubles and 2 home runs. He simply does not hit singles.
He's an extra base machine, Bika. There's not much more you need to say about McFadden, and that's why the Bananas wanted him on their team this season. One of the heaviest hitters on this squad.
He was the first man picked in the original Banana Ball One City World Tour tryout. It was D-Mac and Sam Claycamp, the only 2 guys picked on tryout day. He has stood the test of time. Just about as powerful a man at the dish as you can find. And he's pinch run for by Malachi Mitchell, another 3-tour Banana. Fastest man on either side of the Mississippi. Jackson Olsen, the 3rd baseman, looking for what would be his 2nd walk-off of the tour. His bat heating up. It's up to 257 and 278 on base percentage. Doubles in each of the last 2 games. Dylan Porter needs to keep the Bananas off the board if he wants to maintain the 1-point tie, or the 1-point lead rather, the Party Animals currently have.
Much like I said with Dalton Cornett, Jackson Olsen doing a really good job driving the ball to the opposite field. We've seen him get a couple of opposite field doubles lately.
He loops that one towards right center. Reese Hampton has to go a little deeper than he imagined. Malachi Mitchell will tag easily for 3rd. And a productive out from the TikTok superstar, who comes into the ball game less than 1,000 followers away from 1 million on the Tick and the Talk. Josh, are you one of the 999,000 plus followers of Jackson Olsen on TikTok?
This is going to be shocking breaking news. I am not.
I don't know what you're doing.
Run for the Bananas, the world's tallest banana baller. Please welcome Dakota Stilts Albritton.
For the first time in Banana Ball history, Dakota Stilts Albritton will be the pinch runner. He pinch runs for the pinch runner, Malachi Mitchell, who is in there to tag from 2nd to 3rd. And all of a sudden, we've forgotten about Josh Talevsky not following Jackson Olsen. And we focus in on one of the most intriguing at-bats in this young sport's history. The Party Animals bring the infield back, knowing that they now have 2 times slower than Yadier Molina on 3rd base. Josh Talevsky figured that out in the summer series. 1-1 coming to Danny Hosley. Much like Dakota McFadden, Hosley only has 4 hits on the tour, a triple and 3 doubles in 36 at-bats. A lot of hard outs, though. And the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Bananas DH. Usually takes about 12 seconds for Dakota Stilts Albritton to go 90 feet. See if Hosley can provide him with enough time here. Oh, Stilts would have been a dead duck if he tried to score on what would have been a pass ball. No ruling because no base advanced.
Biko, if I'm Stilts right now, I can only hope and pray that Dylan Border throws ball 4 here to Danny Hosley so he can waltz home.
Payoff pitch. It is flown to right. Dakota's going to try and tag. Jake Skull fires it home. Stilts is dead by a mile. He's tagged out, dives into home plate, and the Party Animals still lead the game 1 point to nothing. What are we watching, Josh?
I have no idea right now. Let's hope that Stilts is okay. They're going to carry him off the field. Oh, he's a showman. He's all right.
Yeah, I saw him practicing his dive into home plate, which is really mighty impressive on 5-foot stilts. As you see, textbook tag from Joe Lytle, jumping up to get him on the tummy. And Stilts with the big finish before being carried off the field. All right. Josh Talevsky, it was such a blast having you on the broadcast, my dear friend. Enjoy the rest of your evening in the Bananalytics headquarters out in Athens, buddy.
Biko, thanks for having me on. You enjoyed that player dance, big guy.
Thank you. Maceo and the boys, take it away. Another stupendous player dance. Quarterback by Maceo Harrison. And as Josh Talevsky exits stage left, Dan Oberst takes his place on the broadcast. How you doing, Danny?
It's good to be here with you, Biko. First time this year.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're penciled into the lineup every day.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with a night off, though. Bring the boys some energy in the dugout, make some impacts on fans, and get to see it from this side.
Jared Donaldson out for his 3rd frame of work. He's got 2, 3, 4 in the Party Animals lineup. Dalton Cornett.
Good pitch. Got in there a little bit.
Yeah, that was pretty good lumber, but a loopy liner to Dakota McFadden at first, and Party Animals EH, who doubled and scored his first time up, retired. That's now 5 straight outs for Jared Donaldson.
I think I'm going to take a seat, Biko. I think I'm too tall for this camera.
Yeah,
My head's like at an awkward angle above it.
You definitely are.
Uh-oh, here we go. You know what's coming next.
51 pitches on the night for Donnie. And before he fires number 52, he will break out a cute little boogie for us. Cowboy themed.
Oh, good.
And Reese Hampton fouls it off out of play. Yeah, that puppy filled up the zone.
That's what Donnie's got to do. Stay around the zone, get in on those guys. He's got good stuff.
1-1 to the Party Animals center fielder.
Good pitch.
Single and RBI and a run scored back in the first inning.
We got split out in right center.
Wow, with his own folding table.
Oh.
Hampton missed a booming home run his first time, sends that one in an elevator shaft. Bill Leroy can't make the play in shallow center. And it's going to be a 2-base error. 5th error on the tour for Leroy, but the first one that he's gotten outside of his usual position behind home plate.
Looked like it hit the palm of the glove a little bit. Tough sky right now. It's a tough play.
And hit a mile high.
Yeah. Couldn't have worded it better. Home run in an elevator shaft. Oh.
Now Hampton has a home run in a field that was potentially 2 feet shallower than Constellation. And a dinger in an elevator shaft. Here's the guy leading the tour in home runs.
Big ballpark, Pico.
Skoll has already left it once. Took your 5-year teammate Kyle Lewis out to left field.
Oh,
blast that one to right.
Oh, boy.
And Jake Skoll, you are mad. No doubt bomb to right field. 2-run shot. And the Party Animals lead the 3rd inning 2-zip.
Yeah, he laid into that ball, Pico. Fastball down the heart of the plate, it looked like from here, and he was on time and did not miss it.
Skoll breaks the 3-player tie for the home run lead. He stands atop the Dinger Mountain. As you look at Noah Bridges, no chance to try and bring that one back into the park. I don't know what Vincent Chapman is saying.
Saying there's one out.
Well, he's right. There is one out.
Reiterating that to everyone. It seems. I'm not sure what's going on.
Seems like a lot of confusion on all sides. Now Breland Almodovar.
Yeah, we got Sherman on the field. Good pitch.
The entire Party Animals team out of their dugout.
Frozen, just confused, it looks like.
We only have 1 run on the board for the Party Animals. Breland Almodovar the opposite way, and it's foul, or else he would have just gone back to back.
Wind's pushing out that way tonight. It's flipped the last 2 nights compared to night 1. Ball's carrying well.
And that's a great piece of hitting. Oh! Diving catch, Noah Bridges!
Pico, I think they're saying that home run only counted for 1 run.
That's what they're saying, and I can't possibly understand why. Maybe Vincent is saying that Skoll passed Reese Hampton on the base paths as you get another look at Noah's Superman snag. Robs Breland of what would have been his first hit of the night. Dazzling plays from all 3 Bananas outfielders now today.
Yeah, they're still talking about it down there.
Bryson Bloomer had a blistering line out to Bridges in right his first time up.
Oh boy.
And skies that one to left center. Noah Bridges removes the cowboy hat. And backflips with the catch. The fans were asking for it. The doctor delivers.
One of the most absurd plays I see daily now. You know, you grow up learning how to catch fly balls. We got a guy that consistently catches fly balls with a backflip. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. With the cowboy hat in the hand.
He's made it such a habit that the fans were begging for it. And the doctor delivers the life-saving medicine that a full-capacity Constellation Field was dying for.
It's unbelievable, Pico.
We'll throw it down to Jesse Cole. Time for a little banana cream pie. as the umpires try and sort out if the party animals got 1 run or 2 in the top of the 3rd.
Head on the bat, go. We're gonna go to 15. 1. That's not a good start, sir. 2, 3. This is the 4. Stay on the bat, please. 5, 6, 7. 3 more. I'll go 10, 8, 9. And go. Full speed. Full speed. Here we go. Gonna chug the creep. What is happening over there? Chug, 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 chug. This is unbelievable. Keep going, gotta chug it. And the pie to the face. Oh, wow. We have a winner. And sir, you deserve that pie. First place right here. And second place. And sir, we gotta find you a seat. I've never seen someone that dizzy in my life. Wow. Banana cream pie takes another level here tonight in Sugarland.
Now batting, walking up to his own single called Frozen, which you can find on your own favorite streaming service, Dalton Malden.
Dalton first pitch swinging and bounces out to Chase Acuff at short. One hopper across the diamond takes care of the Bananas second baseman.
Here we go, Ziegler coming up.
And Alex Ziegler with his second at bat of the tour. Goes up to home plate, balancing his bat on his nose.
Yeah, I love to see Alex get an opportunity here. Got that shoulder injury. Stayed positive, and now here he is.
Reached on an error his first plate appearance of the tour. Actually came around to score a run. Guy who went 3 for 9 with the ball 4 sprint. So a 333 batting average, a 400 on base percentage on last year's tour for everybody keeping track at home.
Guy was a barrel machine.
Everything he hit was hard.
Came up big when we needed him. One of the best guys we'll meet, and just was getting the job done.
And following up on that, he also had a walk-off.
I remember, yeah. He comes in through the clutch when you need him. Here we go.
And, well, the Bananas didn't need him there. That's why he didn't come up in the clutch. So, to follow up on the Party Animals only getting 1 run in the top of the 3rd, the umpires are saying that Jake Skoll passed Reese Hampton on the base paths, and that's why only 1 of the runs counts.
Here comes one of the most dangerous hitters in the lineup right now.
Yeah, Eric Jones, a home run last night.
And you know they're thinking about him, Biko, because Porter just did some different things with his leg kick, trying to mess up his timing.
It's one thing that Dylan Porter's great at is he has some of the more unique deliveries to home plate. Has made the pistol squat famous in Banana Land.
Yep. EJ's just about as dangerous as they come up there. Good leave there, slider.
Party Animals 1 out away from winning their 2nd inning of the night. Bottom of the zone, according to Vincent Chapman.
2-2 count here.
Bananas catcher.
That's through.
Keeps the inning alive. Now the tying run at first, and the inning winning run coming up to the dish.
That's EJ for you, man. 2 strikes, just does the job, puts it in play, finds the middle of the field. Guy sticks to his approach and gets the job done more times than not.
3 for 5 last night, now 1 for 2 this evening. And DR Meadows, 5 walk-offs on the tour. Tied for the walk-off lead with the man now presiding on first base. The Doctor, a 2-base sprint and a run scored back in the 1st.
Good.
Yeah, so the problem with them saying that Skoll passing Reese Hampton on the bases, so only 1 run counts, is Reese Hampton should be out then, and they did not count it as an out. So our umpiring crew, nominally great, an interesting decision there. I don't endorse it.
I think I was still watching the ball, Pico.
Yeah, I did see Reese hanging out and watching it leave out in right center at second base.
He did. He did wait on second base until Skoll got there. However, I'm not going to lie, after that, I kind of turned my focus off of that. more to where that baseball landed, because it was touched.
That's a fact. Big 2-2 pitch coming. Chop toward short, Chase Acuff. A little glove flip under the leg to the Baber bare hand. And the Party Animals win the third inning, 1-0. Danny Oberst, thanks so much for coming up and hanging out with
I got to get ready to go hit at some point, Biko. I appreciate you.
Hey, enjoy the rest of the evening. There goes one of the best hitters that has ever suited up for the Savannah Bananas. And let's throw it down to Chris Haynes with Bananas coach Tyler Gillum outside the third base dugout.
Having an advantage throughout this series and throughout the entire season so far. Is there any sort of aspect in like having that first step and just like setting the tone?
Yeah, this game's played inning by inning, so you can't get beat up by one inning. You just got to try to win the next inning. So it's early in the game right now. We got the third inning right here, so we got a lot of ball game left to play. So we're gonna keep going.
Now you count inning by inning, but I don't know about that call of sending Stilts home on third.
Yeah, that was a tough one right there. You know, I've seen that guy run pretty good in those stilts. You never know what he can do. I thought that head first slide, he might get in there.
All right, well, that's all I got. Pico, back up to the booth with you, big guy.
Thank you very much, Chris Haynes. Thank you to Tyler Gillum for taking some time out of his busy night to talk shop with us. Party Animals lead 2-0 as we head to the top of the fourth. Chase Acuff takes the fastball down and in. The entire Bananas team leaving the field to be replaced by all of the subs. One pitch into the inning. The first ever hockey shift in Banana Ball. And Acuff loops it towards center. DR Meadows, a leaping attempt at it. Looked like he had it until he made contact with the field. And Acuff, 2 for 2 on the night. Couple of base knocks. Had an RBI back in the first inning to boot. Joe Lytle, a strikeout victim his first time. The only K of the night thus far for Jared Donaldson. Fell victim to the nasty splitter. Donnie across 99 1/3 innings this past spring at Georgia Southwestern State University. 121 strikeouts as that ball is stroked to right. Lytle makes good contact off of the D2 All-American. Acuff goes first to third, and the Party Animals in business with nobody gone here in the top of the fourth. And now Mike Vivacis boogies up to the plate for the second time tonight. I've never seen anybody in my life move their knees in a more entrancing way than Vava. The Party Animals catcher flirted with a home run his first time, bounces that to Bill Leroy, who can't handle it. Was thinking about a 6-4-3 double play, ends up scuffing the ball. Acuff scores for the first time tonight, 6th time on the tour, as Vava reaches on the E6 and picks up his first RBI of this young season. Now Dustin Baber at the bottom of the lineup. He hit in an alien costume his first time, barrels that to dead center. DR backpedaling there to make the snag, as Lytle, with a heads-up play on the bases, able to tag and go to third. Now runners on the corners for the top of the order. Tanner Tinder Thomas, 1 for 2, a single and a run scored. Flirted with a home run his last time up. Out to left field. Michael Deeb made a fantastic catch to prevent such an inevitability. Although it wasn't going to leave the ballpark, it looked like it was ticketed for extra bases. This one popped towards the fans and not caught. Tanner Thomas fouled out to a fan in Grayson Stadium back on March 2nd. In fact, it was Ben Kozlowski, former Texas Ranger, who then played against the Bananas on March 11th. As a member of the MLB PAA team, this one chopped to second. Malden won, Leroy to first, not in time. Tanner Thomas runs like a gazelle. Picks up his 10th RBI of the tour as Lytle scores his 4th run. And Vava is taken off the bases. Tanner 7 for 8 on stolen base attempts. Tied for 3rd on the tour when it comes to swiping bags. Dalton Cornette, a double and a run scored his first time, lined out to first base just an inning ago. And cranks that one foul. Boy, DC3's wrists are so quick. All 3 of his home runs have been pulled to right, as that one is going to leave a mark on him. Doesn't leave the batter's box, though. You're not allowed to leave the batter's box in banana ball unless you foul a ball off. So that was an opportunity for Cornette to get some respite as Tanner's off on the pitch and that ball cued foul. Two coming with Tinder Thomas off first. He takes off. Pitches high. Throw from Eric Jones. Not in time. Bill Leroy not able to apply a tag. Ball squibbled away from him. And Tanner now 8 for 9 in his stolen base attempts. Payoff pitch coming to DC3. And he takes ball 4. Thomas will score easily. Cornette is going to pump the brakes over at first. That is his 8th ball 4 sprint on the tour. He's only gotten to second base 3 times. Banana's sprint defense is in mid-season form here in the 14th of 87 games we have scheduled on the tour. The pride of Pippapasis, Kentucky, picks up his 9th ribeye. Hasn't tried to swipe a bag so far. Reese Hampton, the switch-hitting center fielder. Hey, take the words right out of my mouth. Cornette off to the races. Great swim move, but Bill Leroy able to apply the tag. Party Animals strike for 3 runs in the 4th inning. They already lead 2 points to zip. Nanners have their work cut out for them. For now, let's throw it to Josh Talevsky, live on the streets of Athens.
Thank you, Biko. You know, out here in the wild, nice day out here. We're going to talk to some people about the Bananas and the Party, and we'll see what's going on. Got the old whiteboard in tow, so we'll see what's going on out here, man. All right, Josh Talevsky here. I'm with my big friend. What was your name?
Ash.
All right, I'm here with Ash, and Ash, I've got to ask you a question.
Okay.
Now, the Bananas play at 7 o'clock tonight against the Party Animals. What would I have to do to get you to watch the game tonight?
I mean, I'm not sure.
riveting report from Athens, and Biko Scala now joined by Evan Olawani. It still doesn't sound right.
No, but you're doing a much better job. For about 2.5 years, you didn't know how to pronounce my last name, so I'm really proud of you for getting there.
Yeah.
Took a while, but we got there.
Olawani for everybody at home. And you actually wrote the I Love Levon. Were you a part of that?
The weirdest thing happened where he just said, don't ask a question, just write this on my chest. I did so, had no idea why. I'm not going to say I regret it, but still have questions still to this day about it.
I just noticed the banana panorama up in action for the first time in Sugarland. I thought it looked a little shakier than normal, and that is because Split, our mascot, was piloting it. And there it goes. We are not allowed to actually fly any of our 3 drones because we're so close to an airport here about 40 minutes outside of Houston, Texas. So that's the closest thing we could do to having our eye in the sky.
Well, Biko, thanks for having me on again. I had my first recognition off stream out in the whereabouts of the outfield. It was great.
Michael D, bouncer to second, and Dustin Baber with an excellent sliding snag. That's going to be an infield single because the ball was ticketed for right field. Joe Lytle not able to handle the throw from Baber.
If you want to talk about an electric crowd, you got it here tonight. This place is rocking.
Yeah, it has been 3 straight phenomenal crowds here in Constellation Field. All full capacity, as with every other of the 14 games on this Banana Ball World Tour, loved by Zappos. Deep 2 for 2, a double and a single now. Bill Leroy flew out to right field his first time.
I know it's early, but have we had a cycle on the World Tour yet?
We have not had a cycle. Bill cranks that down the third baseline. He's gonna have 2 bases easily. Deep getting the wave around third from Maceo. Relay throw is wild. Nearly laser beams the young professor who was jogging behind the plate. And Bill will head to third base on the 7th error on the tour from Chase Acuff.
Yeah, it had plenty of enough arm, but almost a little bit too much arm there. It kind of sailed a little bit high.
It's the old AWOL Nation sail. Good tune. Now Noah Bridges scorched the ball straight to second his first time.
Was it a good song?
Sail? You're not a fan of Sail?
I'm not going to say I'm not a fan, but I wouldn't say I put it on replay.
Broken bat, so Noah needs a new piece of lumber. Sail!
I know the song. I want you to know that. I'm just saying I didn't go out of my way to put it on. If it was on, I'd sing along.
It's a classic tune, man. I don't know. I think I have an emotional connection to it because on the old trip to, I've got it. You guys want some autographs? Sure. Pass it up to the booth. We are concourse level as, let's see, we'll sign it. Here's a pen. That'll do. Okay, terrific. Yeah, for sure. So we are very accessible for fans. Let's see. Here's the ball. That'll pass that to Evan.
I want everyone to know I always autograph as number 6, even though I know Ryan Cox is number 6. That was just my number growing up. So there might be 2 number 6s on some people's autographs. I don't do many of these, by the way.
Evan Olawani and Ryan Cox, both the number 6s we have in Banana Land. What's your name, man? Hunter Soul. Happy belated birthday, stud. And a bunch of autographs for the youngins as well. This whole time, Noah Bridges has been battling. Another 2-2, count runs full. Bill Leroy with a terrific duet dancing with Maceo over on the third base line.
Bill's been surprising me with his dance moves lately.
Yeah, he's picked up a lot across 6 years in Banana Land. Noah Bridges rolls that over to first. Party Animals will trade an out for a run. They still lead the inning by 1. As Bridges picks up his team leading 9th RBI.
Now, I'm only going to do this once, but I'm going to call a ball off that Gallery Sports bullpen patio right here.
I like that.
It's either one and I'm a hero, or one time and I'm just way off.
Noah with a double his, check that. Noah Bridges is gone. D-Mac with a double his first time. Man out of Rocky Point, North Carolina, in his 3rd tour. Takes the slider down and out. He represents the innings tying run.
We've had some high-scoring games here in Texas. Could be maybe the Ayers dinner, who knows?
17 runs were scored last night. So far, carry the one. 10 runs have been scored tonight. Nope, 11. Figured out, Pico. That one dots the low outside corner. Really, there would be 11 runs, but Skull passed Reese Hampton on the base paths. I'm going to protest that after the game, just so everybody knows. I just can't retweet it. It's banana ball. Let's have some fun. There's no balks in this game. We're going to start getting crazy about who's where on the base paths during a home run. Get it out of the park. Who cares?
I've seen a lot slower trot around the bases than that.
D-Mac was grazed by that offering from Dylan Porter.
So it looks like I won't go down a hero.
Now the inning tying run on first as D-Mac is plugged for the 2nd time on the tour. And the inning-winning run could be Jackson Olsen.
Do we have confirmation that he has hit 1 million yet on TikTok? I know there was talks of it pregame.
If I were a betting man, I would wager he's done it, but let's check it out. Only one way to find out. Jackson Olsen is at 999,400 followers. Still about 600 away as Malachi Mitchell pinch runs. Looked like he was safe at 2nd, and now he's called out by Randy Voss.
They're going to say he slid off the base there. Tough angle for us to see. And I don't think the fans agree with that call either, but...
Malachi not really protesting. Oh boy, yeah. You can see the left foot leave the bag, trying to get the left hand on it. Quick tag from Chase Acuff. And Malachi now 12 for 14 in stolen base attempts. That is an awful big tag out because that would have tied the inning. Now an overthrow in center. Jackson Olsen off to the races. Maceo gives him a stop sign. And it was a good stop sign. Jake Skoll was the last man to get it out of the 7 party animals who needed to touch it before the ball was live. He's got a howitzer for a right arm, and he was right at 2nd base.
If I remember correctly, I remember Maceo was coaching there a year or 2 ago, first time out there, and had a big decision. I believe sent a runner to win the game. I could be way off, but something along those lines. So I'm glad to see him back in that position.
No, you're spot on. So now the inning tying run 90 feet away with 2 outs for Danny Hosley. Jackson Olsen is the last everyday starter for either team to get a ball 4 sprint. Welcome to the club. Hosley 0 for 1 on the night. Dylan Porter, 1 strike away from securing the 3rd point of the night for the fellows in black and pink.
Quick shout out, Pico. My mom said she loved your haircut. Would love to see me have your haircut.
Wow.
Don't know if I can pull your haircut off.
I kind of wish I had your haircut.
Isn't that something?
Cut and a miss, nasty curveball. Hosley down swinging, 2nd strikeout of the evening for Dylan Porter. Party Animals win the inning 3-2. They lead 3-0. Evan Olawani, thanks so much for stopping in the booth again, man.
Absolute pleasure.
Good
Go
luck.
Bananas.
Good luck out there in the wild, wild west that is Constellation Field for the third straight night. It is Rose time now here in Banana Land. Kyle Lewicks. You'll hear his beautiful voice on the broadcast in just a little bit. Out and about, making lifelong memories for fans. Been all party animals here in Game 3 in Sugarland. Pico Scala, so happy to have you all watching the 14th game of the 2023 Banana Ball World Tour, loved by Zappos. Good to see Sam Claycamp, Jackson Olsen, Randy Voss, and Reginald Horton all noshing on some food off the third base line. I would wager Jackson Olsen currently doing a food review. And Slammin' Sammy gets to partake in the fun. Hey, shout out Ivan Trezak, our Director of Creative Content. Not very often we're able to get a camera on him. We will see him a little later on tonight as Vincent Chapman calls time. He has to dust off home plate. And now, looks like he's gonna do a little booty work. The one thing I must say about our dancing home plate umpire, he does not listen to T-Pain and company when they say one cheek at a time. That guy just shakes everything, and you get what you get, you don't get upset. To the top of the fifth inning we go. 1-0 count on Reese Hampton. 3-4-5 in the Party Animals lineup as Split has invaded the broadcast booth. Stephen Chambly makes his 2023 tour debut. Guy who has now pitched in all 3 tours. Was a Party Animal back in 2021 on the One City World Tour. Was a collegiate banana back in 2019. As that ball's cranked foul. It had a spot start on last year's tour as well, so building up a pretty illustrious resume here as Split continues to goof around behind me. Really good stuff. Charlie Chaplin energy. That is a backdoor bender called strike 3. Reese Hampton disagrees. Vincent Chapman widowy gwiddies to finish off the punch out. Do you think Split's gone? No, you'd be mistaken. A lot of love for everybody watching on the broadcast from the strongest banana in the northern hemisphere, at least. I can't confirm when it comes to any of the other 3. Thank you, Split. See you later, buddy. Now Jake Skoll. Skoll a homer in the third, a 2-base sprint. An RBI and a run scored back in the first. So 2 runs scored, 2 RBI, should have 3. If not for the call that I am currently petitioning in the third inning. Didn't affect the ball game. The Party Animals won the inning 1-0. I just don't think it's in the spirit of Banana Ball what was called. I digress. Payoff pitch. And Skoll takes the sprint. His tour leading 10th. He's gotten 2 bases on all of them and continues that trend here. On base all 3 times tonight. Breland Almadova cuts and miss on the high fastball. Party Animals left fielder ground out to short, and a fly out right at the right field wall. Diving stop, Dakota McFadden, throw to second for the double play. D-Max had lightning quick hands over at first base. And Chambly holds serve. Much needed 0, only the second of 5 innings tonight where the Party Animals haven't pushed across at least 1 run. Nanners just need 1 in the bottom half to win the inning. We'll throw it down to the young professor for some bucking Bronco.
We got a little something for you. We call this the Banana Bucking Bronco Competition. We're gonna space some dads and kids out. We're gonna do 8 seconds here. We're gonna get our dads, let's get the horses, get the Broncos down. Kids are gonna be there, jockeys are gonna be on top. Here we go, right on down the line here. Let's get in there. 8 seconds, and we gotta see who is gonna be the best at hanging on to their Broncos. So kids, mount up. My horses, get ready. You got to put the mask all the way on. Put that mask on. Here we go. All right, Broncos, let's show them a ride. 8 seconds of glory in 3, 2, 1. Let's buck. Here we go. Buck it out. Kick those legs, horses. Kick those legs. Here we go. Oh, my goodness. These horses are going over on the end. He is hanging on for dear life. He is hanging on, but he can go. We got 4 seconds left. In 3, 2, 1. All right. We get a crowd vote for who's going to win. How do we feel about contestant number 1? That's pretty good. Contestant number 2, the shoes came off. That's pretty good. Contestant number 3, my boy Tatum. And how about contestant number 4? Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner. Give it up for Tatum. Yee-hoo! Come on, get going. Yeah.
Well, a heartfelt congratulations to Tatum. Our champion in the Bucking Bronco competition between frames. 9, 10, and 1 in the Bananas lineup. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They just need 1 run to produce their first point of the night. Dalton Malden on the first pitch he saw in tonight's ball game. Hard ground out to short. Nanners second baseman, the songbird of our generation. Lifts that one behind home plate. Vava racing after it, runs out of room, and the fans down there cannot make the play. And a broken bat. Dalton has a new life, and now will need a new weapon. Originally out of Lake City, Florida, now he resides in Nashville as Breland Almadova, I'm guessing, signs a banana peel and sends it up to that lucky fan. Dalton stays alive, jetsons it, fouled on the right side. Dylan Porter out for his 5th frame of work. So far, just 1 run in the first, 2 in the 4th for Porter, who's been one of the better pitchers on the tour. Here comes his patented pistol squat. Learned it from Jack Flaherty. Dalton able to foul it off. No chance for a fan to make a play on it. Another 1-2 coming. And he gets a bat on it. Flips it to Acuff, who's across the diamond. Joe Lytle took his foot off the bag. Just about at the exact same time as he made that catch, Reggie Liggins, the first base umpire, is going to give it to him, which I think is the right move. That was awfully close. Very rare you'll see an umpire punish a first baseman for that. I've seen it once or twice in my ball playing career, not in my broadcasting career yet. Now Danny Oberst from the broadcast booth to the field. He pinch hits for Alex Ziegler. Guy who could end this inning in one fell swoop. One home run on the tour. It walked off the third inning of Banana Fest. 440 feet plus to dead center off of the best pitcher in the tour thus far, Garrett Delano. That ball smoked over the glove of Bryson Bloomer. It'll roll to the wall, and Dan Oberst, as he mentioned when he was in the booth with me, he is heating up. Not many people in Bananas history have the kind of exit velo that the pride of Largo, Florida produces. A couple years at Indian River Community College before 3 at the University of West Georgia for Dan. Conference Player of the Year in the spring of 2021. He now represents the inning-winning run. And Eric Jones, the best hitter on the tour thus far for the Nanners, with the 1-1 count on him. Bananas catcher 1 for 2 on the night. And now a 1-2 count on him. Our fourth guest in the booth this evening, Mr. Kyle Lewicks. Thank you for joining me.
Hello, Biko. Sorry I was so late. I had a couple things to do, but none of them were more important than this with you, obviously. Had some bumps in the road to get here that I'll tell you about in a little bit.
Yes.
Craziest thing that's ever happened to me.
Really?
And yeah, just happy to be here.
Well, appreciate it, Cowboy Kyle. We've got a fun mid-inning activity. A couple outs or one Bananas run ahead of us as EJ continues to battle at the dish. He's tied with Bill Leroy and Dalton Cornett with only 2 strikeouts on the tour. Pretty impressive stat considering he has 3 home runs. Dan Oberst taking off once again, and for the second straight pitch, he has to retreat back to second base. Dan 9 for 10 on the tour in stolen base attempts. Second best only to Malachi Mitchell. The count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Eric Jones. So what were the trials and tribulations that impeded your journey up to us, buddy?
I don't think you're going to believe me when I say this, because people have not been believing me all night.
2-2 is tap foul.
I'm in left field. We're doing the hockey switch,
yes.
So I'm playing left field.
Correct.
Gillum calls for the switch. I come running in from left field into the dugout. They wanted us to hop the fence in front of the dugout like a hockey bench clearing thing. And I threw my left shoulder out of socket, Biko.
Oh my gosh. That is a swing and a miss from Eric Jones. Dan Oberst swipes third base. We've got hats being handed up into the booth, so Kyle's gonna have to start signing. He's got a Sharpie in his back pocket. You're a pro's pro.
And so, with DR Meadows coming to the plate.
Yeah.
I threw my shoulder out of socket because I hit it going about full speed.
This is your right or your left shoulder?
My left.
Good.
Full-blown panic. Francis is next to me. And I said something along the lines of, Francis, I think I just threw my arm out of socket. She thought I was joking. I was, in fact, not joking. She quickly put it back into place, which was the craziest thing I've ever experienced in my life. and then I almost passed out and threw up at the same time.
Oh my God.
But I didn't do either, and now I feel fine, and I'm in the booth with you.
So this is the first time you've had
Ever.
one of your appendages pop out of a socket.
Yes.
It's pretty mystifying. During a hockey shift in a banana ball game.
Yes.
One more, buddy. Kyle just signed 5 hats and 2 baseballs. I got 4 of them. I missed one. Really tough night for whoever gets that one. That's a line drive over the leap of Dustin Baber. Ober scores. DR Meadows, his tour-high 6th walk-off. Nanners now trail the Party Animals 3-1. And Dan Ober slams it home. And as we continue to sign memorabilia in the booth, Chad Reese, our coordinating producer, joins us for a very special moment. Kyle, you had no idea this was coming. I'll hand it off to you. It is time for a taste test here in Constellation Field.
What do we got here?
So we have some local grub here from Freddy's something. I don't know exactly. It's called Freddy's, but we contacted the chef there, and he said he wanted to make us something special and off menu.
Is this in-house in stadium?
Yes, this is in stadium. This is right outside of the press box. They said that they wanted to make us something a little bit special. So we got, I think, a smash burger and some tots.
With marinara sauce.
Marinara sauce.
I want to try
right
the fry sauce.
Yeah, okay, there's fry sauce and
I'm all about
jalapeno
secret
fry
sauces
sauce.
that chefs keep in the back and don't tell anybody.
Oh, top down.
Because you're
I want to try this without the sauce first.
Sorry.
There's a bat.
Oh my gosh.
A lot
baseball's
happening up
coming
here
back.
right now.
Bat is coming up. You still have that marker? Yeah, good job. Okay, this is probably the widest burger I've seen in my entire life. All right, bat is coming back down. Okay, excellent. Chad with the first bite. Let's pop open the jalapeno fry sauce. This has got a little kick to it.
Crispy.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
That's a good burger. That's a really good burger.
Good pickle.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get back to the game here.
Oh, thank you, Chad. Bryson Bloomer, first pitch swinging off Stephen Chambly, base hit back up the middle.
What a stud.
It's got the crispy outside that every smash burger should have.
I love the crispy edges of a smash burger. So what is this, fry sauce?
Sweet. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
These also really tiny fries.
They reminded me of Steak and Shake fries. I like the thin ones.
Just about as skinny as they come.
What is Vince wearing on his head? Is that a raccoon tail?
Yeah, obviously.
Duh.
Bloomer now 1 for 3. He takes off for second. Throw from Eric Jones. Not in time. The Boomer 8 for 9 on the tour in stolen base attempts.
Okay, Smash Burger gets a 8-2 from me. It's not the best one I've had. The best one is in Savannah at Mood Rights.
Ooh, good call.
French fries, I give them it's a solid 8, even. I just like thin French fries.
Chase Acuff now with a 2-2 count on him. Party Animal shortstop 2 for 2. RBI and a run scored. Yeah, the burger, the cheese was excellent. I'm going to give
really
the
good cheese.
burger, I'm going to give it an 8.9. I really enjoyed it.
Really?
Really enjoyed it. But I still like Mood Rights more.
Yeah, I'm going to give that burger a solid 9.
Wow.
That was good. I love a good smash burger. Haven't had one in a good while. So props to the chef. Fries. Oh.
Acuff digs that to right. Noah Bridges going back on it, makes the snag. Bloomer will tag up to third base easily. First time the Party Animal shortstop has been retired tonight. And with one down, Joe Lytle 1 for 2 on the day with a run scored. We'll try his luck.
Garrett Delano's actually coming up to bat.
Oh, good call, Chad. Really good work. Okay, wow. This is the fry that fell on the floor. Waste not, want not. Fry sauce? Oh, weird.
Yeah, it tastes like
Is that the jalapeno fry sauce or the regular fry sauce?
Jalapeno.
No, that's the regular one.
Top to short. Ryan Cox home. Not in time. Bloomer is safe. Garrett Delano will pick up the RBI fielder's choice.
Thanks for all the love in the YouTube chat, guys. Happy to be here. Long-time viewer. First time on mic this season.
Really?
Happy to be here. This season, at least. This year.
Yeah. Geez, I feel like we've done so much fun stuff in the past. They just all blend together.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm here now, and I'm eating a delicious burger.
Here's the jalapeno fry sauce.
Whoa!
Ryan Cox, backhanded snag, throw to first. The glove magician strikes again.
That was incredible. Keegan, can we get a replay on that, buddy?
Yeah, good. Just call it right here.
Yeah, why not?
Everybody gets to hear Chad.
Well, I don't have my multi-view, so I'm not going to call all the cameras, but
yeah,
excellent job on that, Keegan.
Yeah, really good. Oh, we got another bat.
Another bat coming up into the booth. Dustin Baber now at the dish. Garrett Delano picks up his second ribeye of the year. The first one he got on a solo home run off Bill Lee in Daytona. And that one tapped just foul. Chad, you got to get in on the signature line here.
Oh, for sure.
These Chad Reese signatures probably going to end up a lot more valuable than anything Kyle or I do to a lot of.
Tried the jalapeno fry sauce. It tastes just like a whole bunch of jalapeno.
That was the weirdest fry or tot,
sauce thing?
whatever it is, that I've ever had in my entire life.
It's interesting. I like it.
I like the sauce. The fry almost tasted like this tater tot tasted.
Yeah, I didn't have the tots. Oh, these?
Oh, it's a cheese
curd.
curd.
It's a cheese curd.
I thought it tasted like a scallop.
Come on.
That
Back
one's
to Cox.
short. And Ryan Cox, after making one of the better plays you'll see from a shortstop. That is banana ball. He boots it. Delano scores with his blue jeans on. Guy who started Thursday night with them, took them off after 2 innings of work, and pitched a lot better when he was back in his patented booty shorts. I've got to catch up on life here when it comes to my scorebook. To the top of the order we go as Baber picks up his 8th RBI of the tour. Tanner Thomas fouls it straight back.
What is this place called? Freddy's?
Freddy's.
Overall Freddy's experience, Biko, what is your rating? Overall.
We're not even done yet, Kyle.
Oh my
We
gosh.
can't give an overall.
We're not done.
Excuse me.
As Tanner fouls that off, Party Animals DH is 1 for 3 on the night. Couple runs scored.
I would give the fries a 7. I don't like the thin fries that much, but they were still tasty.
Cheese curds.
Well, those fries.
Oh!
I would give the curds. I'd give the curds like a 7.5, 7.5. They're pretty good, but I can only take so much of them.
Mm-hmm.
They're really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
But they're pretty good. Pretty good.
Tanner Thomas flicks it. No, I lost a fry. Towards the stands. I've got fry sauce all over my scorebook.
That's no good. Don't want that.
That's the good stuff.
And a cut and a miss. Shabley strikes out Tanner Thomas, but not before the Party Animals push 2 runs across. They already lead 3-1 in points.
I want to eat what's next on our menu, but this next promotion is probably the thing I'm most excited for this entire season.
Okay.
So.
I normally would throw this down to the young professor, but this is near and dear to my heart. Let's hear what he says real quick.
Here it's Ivan Trezak, and he is going to participate to see just how fast he is in Out Dash the Flash, the fastest man in Banana Ball. One-on-one, we're going to give Ivan a slight head start. He's got to beat the Flash back to home plate around the bases. Ivan, are you ready? The fastest cameraman versus the fastest man in Banana Ball. Ivan, on your mark, get set, go!
All right, Ivan is off to the races. He's taking it easy. Now he hits the Jets. Malachi Mitchell got to get going when Ivan was about 65 feet to first. Ivan has burning speed. Flash is catching up to him. Ivan's not going to touch third. He's hauling it home. He beat Flash! He's done it!
Let's go, Ivan! Yeah! Shake it out! Yeah!
I actually thought he was injured because he is running with probably a torn hamstring. but he's able to torque it out. That was a photo finish. I've got Yvonne by a hair, even though he did not touch third base.
Wow.
He just skipped straight over third base.
I'm so sorry for peeking the audio there, but that was amazing. I've also got money on that, so...
Oh, that's big time.
That is big time. I lost the bet about Stills getting help from third, but I definitely won the bet of Yvonne beating the Flash.
Weren't you the house against your dear friend Yvonne?
No, I wasn't the house. No. I'm 2 for 2 on the night. I said Stilts would not make it home safely.
I said he would. I was really hoping for it.
Yep, so that's win number 1 for Biko, and then I said Yvonne would beat the Flash, so I'm 2 for 2.
Good.
Congrats.
Couple, I think there was $5 in the pool on Yvonne and $7 in the Stilts pool. So I'll cover drinks later tonight. Dakota McFadden skies it in the infield. Dylan Porter out for his 6th frame of work. 1 pitch, 1 out. D-Mac now 1 for 2 on the night, a double and a hit by pitch. Bananas have 2 outs to score 2 runs, or else they are going to have a 3-point deficit. A little more than 31 minutes to go in the ball game. Their shortstop, a fly out and a... You know what? I've got to be honest. Completely forgot that Ryan Cox didn't start this game. He's pinch hitting for Jackson Olsen.
That's correct.
This is the first game on the tour that Coxie didn't start at short. So he hasn't done anything.
Did Jackson make it to 1 million followers?
Geez. Last I checked, he was 600 short. We'll give you an update on that. He is 400 short. That is a 5-pitch sprint for Coxie. Party Animals get it around the infield quickly. Down to the outfield. Last man to touch it is Breland Almadova, and that is not going to be in time. Oh my gosh, this is the greasiest thing I've seen in my life.
Oh no, your scorecard. Let's
Yep.
get that off of there. They can get on the script, but not the card.
I've ruined a scorecard and I've ruined a script.
I hope Josh is keeping track at home.
No, he's not. He's watching Jacob, his younger brother.
Oh no.
Concert, yeah. Okay, we have more memorabilia coming up into the booth for Kyle to sign. This, you got to sign the back of that, Mr.
Gonna
Cowboy.
lean on my back.
Oh my gosh! And now a bat and 2 balls.
Where did my Sharpie go? Oh, there it is.
Yup, sorry, it's covered in Freddy's grease as Noah Bridges is retired. I didn't even see what happened. I was grabbing memorabilia.
Well, flew out to shallow left.
Shallow left. Count it. I see Breland moseying back to his position, so sounds right to me. Inning tying run is Dakota McFadden. What are the Bananas doing with their lineup? I'm at a loss for, I'm all over the place.
I believe that means
Yeah,
that...
I figured it out. I figured it out. I'm so off this inning, it's not even funny. D pops out. Ryan Cox pinch hits for Bill Leroy. And gets the 2-base sprint. And then Noah Bridges flies out to left. All right, I'm back in the modern world. Dakota represents the inning-winning run. A double and a hit by pitch tonight. And a cut and a miss. Dylan Porter has been incredibly impressive tonight. Picks up his 4th K and wins his 4th inning of the night.
Can we come back up here after this and finish off our little Freddy's entree?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you guys get to the ice cream. I've got to get back for this promotion, and I'm not much of a sweets guy myself, so I trust that you guys can take care of it and handle this.
Okay.
Best of luck to you. And Biko, thank you so much for the delicious, or Freddie, I should say Freddie, thank you so much.
Freddie. Shout out Freddie.
Yes, and shout out Nick Kennedy for retrieving said Freddy's. It is wave time here in Constellation Field. I've lost my spoons.
I got them right here.
That's why. Okay, terrific. So we have 2 different desserts to go with our burgers, cheese curds, and French fries.
Come up into the booth, Griff.
Yeah, Chad coordinating, producing, and color commentating all in one fell swoop.
Get up in here, Griffin. I don't think we're up in the press box.
No, it looks like we're watching Matt Malatesta warm up.
Indeed it does. Well, we're enjoying some delicious ice cream sundaes. There we are. Thank you, guys. I think mine's like cookies and cream with some gummy worms in it. What do you have?
I have the exact same thing.
Interesting.
The ice cream is superb. The Oreo's an Oreo, so I'm happy with that. I give this sundae a 7.7 out of 10.
It's a pretty good sundae.
It's a good sundae. I mean, it's ice cream and Oreos and gummy worms.
Yep. All right.
Cream.
Back to it.
Thank you, Chad. Wow.
Mine's a lot more melty than yours is.
Yeah, yours is kind of like a milkshake, honestly.
Yeah, kind of. That's pretty good, though.
I feel like you had some kind of whole different item on the menu than I did. All right, I get back to my grease-soaked scorebook.
Yep.
Shout out Freddy's. For Dalton Cornett. Reese Hampton and Jake Skull 2, 3, and 4 in the order. And
bounced off of EJ's foot.
Yeah, Matt Malatesta.
Oh, he's got to go for 3 on that.
Oh my goodness, this is a mess for the
I think
Bananas.
he's going home.
First 3 guys to touch it are the outfielders. They finally get it around the infield, and DC3 will stop at 3rd.
Wow. I'm going to give that milkshake ice cream sundae, whatever, about a 7. I'm going to give that a 7.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I don't like gummy worms in my ice cream. It makes them too cold. But a cherry on top, can't deny that one.
I'm sorry, I was going to be a lot kinder about the gummy worm inclusion.
No, not a fan of it.
Until you made it a safe space for me to voice my similar opinion.
Don't worry.
Reese Hampton, 1 for 3 on the day, a booming single, RBI, and a run scored. And Matt Malatesta has started his evening with 6 straight bad ones. The splitter specialist, CPL champion in 2021, was a hero in the decisive Game 3 against the Morehead City Marlins. Awful effective in last year's tour. That's going to be a swinging bunt. Old-fashioned bunts are not allowed, but if you take a full hack, that's kosher. And Reese now 1 for 4 on the day, as Dakota McFadden watches Cornett back to 3rd base.
All right, I'm going to wrap this up and get back to doing my actual job. I'm going to give my Freddy's experience 4 nights out of 5 nights at Freddy's. It was a pretty good. I'd eat there again. The smash burger was delicious. Probably wouldn't get the shake, but would definitely go for a nice soda. And I really do appreciate the staff here at Constellation Field hooking us up with a delicious meal. Absolutely awesome.
Chad, I really wholeheartedly support your rating. I think I'm going to do a 4.3 out of 5 nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, it's fair.
And the whole experience was terrific. I retweet everything you say about the staff. Shout out Nick Keldy once again.
Shout out Nick Keldy. He's going to eat the rest of this burger. He deserves it.
Yeah, he can have both burgers.
Yeah, he can.
There's a lot of good stuff here. Okay, Chad, back to your day job. Thank you so much, buddy.
Before I go, I want to issue a challenge to everybody watching on the YouTube stream right now. Our man Jackson Olsen is about 400 followers away.
This one pumped to left, and Michael Deeb there to make the snag. Dalton Cornett will tag and score from 3rd pretty easily. And the Party Animals have scored for the 5th time in 7 innings tonight. Jake Skull with the sacrifice fly. And before you finish that, here's Jesse Cole.
Dakota Stilts Albritton!
Okay, Chad,
he's back at it.
To the fans.
All right, let's get Jackson Olsen to 1 million followers on TikTok. It's at Jackson Olsen _. If we get Jackson Olsen to 1 million followers on TikTok before the end of this night, we'll give out 10 gift memberships in the YouTube chat. Get everybody in there using our emotes. It's going to be awesome. Everybody go follow at Jackson Olsen _ on TikTok right now. Get our boy to 1 million followers before we leave the Lone Star State. I want to see it.
Just beautifully said.
All right, Biko, you take off.
There goes.
Wait, I'm going to take off. I mean, you take over. Bye.
There goes Chadwick Benson Reese, the 16th. the best coordinating producer, director, anything you want under the sun in the world. Mr. Keldy, good work, buddy. Yeah, take all the food you would like here. I'm not gonna have time to munch on it. We've got less than 23 minutes to play, 2.5 innings still ahead of us here in our 14th game of Banana Ball on this 2023 World Tour loved by Zappos. Reland Almadova with 2 down and 1 run already home, faces off against Dakota Stilts Albritton. Dakota, an inning and a third of scoreless ball so far on the tour. And the Stylin Hawaiian bounces it to D-Mac. He's not even gonna run. Stilts is superb on the bump.
Let's hear it. Yes. Let's hear it for Dakota Stilts Albritton with the out. All right, fans, tradition time here. Everyone pull out your phones and turn on your flashlights. We are gonna light up the sky here in Sugarland. Everyone turn on your phones and your flashlights. And we're all gonna join in and sing Yellow.
Sounds good, Jesse, as we turn Constellation Field yellow for a 3rd straight night. We head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It has been all party animals from the jump this evening. Boys in black and pink won the 1st inning 4-1. 2nd inning was scoreless. Then a 1-0 win in the 3rd. A 3-2 victory in the 4th. Bananas won their lone point of the evening in the 5th. And then the party animals took the 6th 2-0, now lead the 7th 1-0. As we approach the 20-minute mark on our 2-hour time limit. Party Animals won Game 1 here in Sugarland, 4-1. Bananas won last night 5-2. The battle for Texas all comes down to this. Fans asking me in the booth if I've got anybody famous with me. I have to shake my head. It is a record night for autographs coming from the broadcast booth. I wager we have created 30 plus pieces of customized memorabilia. As we zoom out from one of the largest scoreboards in minor league baseball. Sean Fluke on the mound, Jackson Olsen swinging at the first pitch. Garrett Delano flips it over to Fluke, bang, bang, just in time to get the grade 8. Jackson 0 for 2 on the night. Sean Fluke, a party animal on last year's tour. Fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. After a couple shaky outings, getting his sea legs underneath him, here in 2023, he has really settled into a groove. He was the showman of the night Thursday evening. Loses his jersey, finds the zone. Danny Hosley skies it to right. Jake Skoll underneath it, basket catch. And 3 pitches, 2 outs for the exterminator, who truly is an exterminator in his day job, except for the fact that when we gave him the call that we wanted him to come back for the 2023 tour, he quit his job. He's now a professional party animal. Started his career in Banana Land as a banana in the Breakfast Bowl in 2021, as he is best friends with his battery mate tonight, Mike Vivacis. It's spent a handful of years coaching high school baseball together as Dalton Malden lifts it to right. Jake Skoll there once again, snags it behind his back, makes it look easy. Fluke gets 3 outs on 6 pitches. Party Animals win the 7th inning. They take a 5-1 lead. And we will throw it down to the young professor after you take another look at the snazzy trick play from Mr. Skoll. Time for a Grandma relay race as we head to the 8th inning.
Pass the Bananas as a baton to each partner as they go. Starting out, I've got Deborah at 60 years young and Terry at 64 years young. Ladies, are you ready? Then on your marks, get set, go! Get to your partners down there. Oh, there they go. Deborah is off to an early lead. She's got a great trot. She's going nice and fast. Terry's coming up behind. Deborah passes it to Jean. Jean is 69 years young. And there goes Joan, who is 70 years young. And they are going for the glory here. They pass to their partners. We've got Pat and Pat. They are 70 and 71. And they are going to go to the home stretch. Here they come. In the lead is Jean M. She is 75, but hot on her tracks is Janice at 72. It's going to be close. Here she comes. It's, oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, at 75 years young, for the first team, give it up for Jean, the winner of the Grandma Relay Race.
Well, that is just about as exhilarating as it gets in sports. Neck and neck. A lot of ground made up for the losing team between first and second base. And great efforts by all 8 grandmas involved. Great picture in the K-Club chat, Nicole. Really cool to see that you got to meet up with the queen of the club, Millicent Beal, Melly B Supreme. Jackson Olsen under the leg, throws out a grittying Brayson Bloomer, and DJ the Invader has it out on 1 pitch. Olsen now 4 for 4 in his trick play attempts on the year. Chase Acuff flirts with being ejected from the game by showing bunt, pulls it back in time. Party Animals shortstop hits it to his counterpart. On a hop, Ryan Cox between the legs, kisses the ball. It's a trick play in my book. He leads all fielders, now 18 for 18 in such attempts. Joe Lytle. Party Animals first baseman to start the game. Now Garrett Delano residing over at first. I would guess Lytle's moved into the DH or EH spot. They don't tell me these things. And that one, diving stop D-Mac. Flip to the Invader in time. Phenomenal play by the Bananas first baseman. And an incredibly quick top of the 8th inning from the Invader, who's been doing it all season long. He averages 3 minutes and 40 seconds per inning, 3rd fastest on the tour. As you take a look at the PFP, DJ in his otherworldly helmet can hardly see a blink in there. Really impressive. He was able to find first base and locate the flip from Dakota McFadden all in one fell swoop. Slap a star next to that 3-1 in your scorebook at home. Looks like the Sloth is back in business for the 2nd straight night. Looks eerily like Carson Goldsmith with his State of Texas pants. Maureen says she loves the Grandma race. Join the club, Maureen. Brian says the Shermanator and Skoll are 2 of his favorites. Good to see the Party Animals getting some love. Sean Fluke out for his 2nd inning of work. Got a 1-2-3 frame in the bottom of the 7th. Faces Dan Oberst. Pinch hit for Alex Ziegler in the 5th. Doubled down the left field line, stole the base, scored the inning-winning run. Part of the reason why the Bananas are not being blanked currently. That ball is annihilated to left. Oh, Daniel obliterates it. No doubt, 8th inning walk-off smash. The 5-year banana comes up in the clutch. It's a 5-2 ball game. An emphatic stop on home plate. Are you not entertained? Here comes Jesse Cole as we look at the replay.
And what a blast by Dan Oberst! And fans, that brings us to the 9th inning and the final inning of Banana Ball. And in Banana Ball, the last inning counts the most. So in the 9th inning, every run counts. So in this inning, the Bananas score 3, they can tie the game. With 4, they can win the game. So fans here in Sugarland, we're gonna need you to get loud. So let's hear you right now.
The Bananas had a 3-point Sloth, you're a sly son of a gun. The Bananas had a 3-point deficit going into Thursday night's game. And Brett Helton was able to shut the door for the 3rd straight evening. Danny Hosley comes out for the final frame on the bump for the Bananas. Started in the outfield Thursday and Friday. Tonight he comes from the DH spot. And you take a look at his magnificent numbers briefly. They evade us quickly, but I'll fill you in on anything you may not have been able to read. Hosley in his 12 innings, just 3 earned runs for an insane, there it is again, 2.25 ERA. Only 3 minutes and 41 seconds is his average per inning. That is 4th best on the tour, behind the invader Matt Wolf and Brett Helton. And it looks like Helton is getting loose in the Party Animals bullpen. Mike Vivacis skies it towards the fans. Can someone be a hero here? Eric Jones can. No chance for the fans to make a play. But EJ is happy to step in and fill that void. Vava now 0 for 4 with an RBI on the day. Dustin Baber, Irish jigging his way into the right-handed batter's box. Party Animals second baseman 0 for 3 with an RBI. Danny Hosley comes at you with a nasty 3-pitch mix. Fastball, low to mid-90s, 12-6 curve, and a Vulcan changeup. Dalton Malden, the songbird of our generation, having a shallow right. Between Hosley, the Invader, and Stephen Chambly, Bananas pitchers have now retired 8 straight Party Animals, giving the offense a chance for what would be the second best comeback on the year. Party Animals had a 4-point deficit going into the top of the 9th inning of night 2, all the way back on February 18th in West Palm Beach. They erased it in the top of the 9th before an out was made, and ended up winning the game in the 3rd round of showdowns. Bananas will have the top of the order due to swing it in the bottom of the 9th. Tanner Thomas represents the top of the order for the Party Animals. Healthy Hack, and the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tanner 1 for 3 on the night. Couple of runs scored, make it 1 for 4. He doesn't agree with the call from Vincent Chapman. And he will discuss it with the Bananas dancing home plate umpire. Fortunately for Tanner, he doesn't have a say in the matter. Vinny DeRubius wiling out on the Bananas dugout, getting the people fired up for what will need to be a 3-run rally if the Bananas want to send this thing to showdowns. A 4-run rally if they want to win it in one fell swoop. They have notched 3 runs in an inning once before against Brett Helton on the tour. It was on the opening night when they went into the bottom of the 9th down 4-2 and left 5-4 victors. Noah Bridges and Dalton Malden, the heroes back then. You take a look at the fastest pitcher per MPI, only 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Brett Helton is averaging. He also had the second fastest inning of all time on Thursday night, just 1 minute and 21 seconds. He has 3 of the top 9 fastest innings of all time, all on this year's tour. Wow, Sean Fluke, when did that happen? Goodness gracious. Get to the archive there. I think that's a Facebook photo from like 10th grade. At the Jorgensen household. Remember it like it's yesterday. Eric Jones leads it off against Brett Helton. Helton, 9th round draft pick by the Pittsburgh Pirates in 2015. Spent 3 years in the organization. Has been in independent professional baseball ever since. Eric Jones, the Bananas catcher. 1 for 3 on the night. Helton comes at you with low to mid-90s fastball, averages about 93 on the gun. Cutter, high 80s, changeup, low 80s, curveball, high 70s. That one tapped to Dustin Baber at second. And the JUCO Gold Glover with his second trick play of the night. Perfect one-hopper to Lytle, who is back out there at first base. Now DR Meadows. Drives it to center, and Reese Hampton tries to snag it behind his back. We always appreciate the effort. He's now 1 for 4 in his attempts at trick plays on the tour. And that's 2 times here just in Texas that DR Meadows has been the recipient of a trick play missed from Reese Lightning. Hey, Fluke is in the booth! You snuck up on me, man.
Just gave up a 400-foot nuke. I figured I'd come talk about it. My feelings are hurt.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I mean, we can also talk about the 1-2-3 inning you had that preceded the bomb.
Yes, that felt good. Felt a little too good. I went in and gave up 3 sliders. Dan absolutely murdered it. I mean, it was well hit. I didn't even look. I didn't want to see how far it went.
1-2 count on Michael Vitamin D. Watches the changeup drift down and out. Bananas left fielder 1 for 3. An RBI and a run scored tonight. Check that, 2 for 3. Throw a double into the mix, too.
Come on, Helton. Good pitch.
Yeah, just able to stay alive. Was it the curveball that Dan took you deep on?
It was I threw 3 sliders. The slider was breaking a lot tonight, so I went with that, and just one too many, I guess you could say.
2-2.
Yeah, left it up.
Count goes full. Well, listen, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you coming right up in the booth to give us the report.
Yes, I had to, you know. My neck's a little sore, but we'll get through that. Good pitch, attaboy.
Cutting a miss.
Now that we got a strikeout, I want you to take a quick little peek real quick.
Yeah.
Courtesy of the father.
Well, your dad made
My
this.
My dad made these, yes, he did. And then he put a little surprise in the back for you.
We got this on the broadcast when you were down on the field.
Go, Biko! Well, here, that is for you, sir. I'm going to leave that with you.
You're a superstar.
Put it over here.
Watch out for the grease from our brains.
Yeah, I see. You guys did some good stuff in here.
Yeah, messy.
Well, I'm going to go down, party with the boys, because you already know it's another victory for the Party Animals. 2-1 in Texas. Sugarland, we'll see you next year.
Appreciate you, Fluke. There goes the exterminator. As he predicts a victory, Brett Helton needs 1 more strike to turn Fluke's prophecy into history. 1-2 from Helton. Ryan Cox, just about as tough as you can find when it comes to striking somebody out. Only 3 Ks on the tour thus far, across 14 games played. Another 1-2. Check swing, he got a piece of it. Jordan Hoskins, you're right, the party animals have been eating the bananas up. They look to take a 2-game lead on the tour. That one tapped to second. Dustin Baber can't get the hop. DR Meadows is going to score easily, and there is life in Banana Land. 5-3 ball game. Noah Bridges represents tonight's tying run. Only the 3rd error on the tour for Dustin Baber. Gold Glover when he was at Daytona State. Cox can run pretty well over at first. Noah Bridges has the pop to tie this thing up. His 1 homer on the year came in Daytona. It was his 7th inning walk-off 2-run shot. And for the 2nd time in as many batters, the Bananas down to their final strike. Ryan Cox takes off for second. Pitch misses the zone, and Coxie now 2 for 2 on the tour in stolen base attempts. 2-2 coming to Bridges. Foul tipped. Nasty changeup from Helton. The pride of Colorado Springs trying to take care of the man out of 4 Oaks, North Carolina. And the count runs full because of course it does. Payoff pitch. It's tapped towards first. Flip to Helton. Not in time. Noah Bridges can run like the wind. Ryan Cox scores. Noah's going to stay at first. It's an infield single. Something I saw happen too many times to the Bananas when they were playing the Wilmington Sharks this past season. Noah Bridges was penciled into the 9-hole all 4 games. And between real bunts and infield singles, probably had 6 of those. Now Dakota McFadden is the game's winning run. And he fouls it straight back. D-Mac with a double. A strikeout and a hit by pitch tonight. That ball driven to left center. Reese Hampton has to take it on a hop. Noah Bridges goes station to station. That's D-Mac's 6th hit of the tour, first single. To go with 3 doubles and 2 homers. Malachi Mitchell will pinch run. This is a crazy move. Malachi Mitchell doesn't pinch run for Dakota McFadden. He pinch runs for Noah Bridges. I know Malachi's as fast as they come. I'm pretty sure Noah is as well. It won't matter. Tapper to second. Redemption for Dustin Baber. He takes care of it. Party Animals win 5-4 in a thriller.
Okay, stand by. Game is over.
Fans, it came down to the last play, and the Party Animals win the series here in Texas. They put on quite the show. But Banana Nation here in Sugar Land, you guys have been absolutely amazing. The most electric atmosphere we have seen on tour. So thank you so much. We got one surprise for you. We thought we would light up the sky with some fireworks tonight. As a thank you for all your love and support. So do you guys want some fireworks? Let me hear you. So let's join a countdown. Here we go. 11, 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Showtime.
Thank you, Jesse Cole. The Bananas now 5-7-1. The Party Animals 7-5-1. Take a 2-game lead on the tour as the fireworks light up the sky. Starting off with the St. Paddy's Day theme. Really nice sparklers, green and silver down low. Some twinkly boys jetting up into the sky like a fish, kind of shooting towards the top of the water. You might see it jump out, but right now we're watching them underwater. Also, kind of reminiscent of a penguin in the North Pole shooting around, trying to find some fish to snag. Now we get some sparks flying in the sky. They tail off in every which way. Kind of looks like the stream out of a hose as it trickles down from the sky. Similar to one of those little plastic soldiers in a parachute, but instead of wobbling down, it's just a slow drop. Gravity put in slow motion. Now we go to red and burnt orange. Really nice two-toned fireworks down low. Classic size, not perfect circles. Kind of bunched up like the kind of flower you might see in a children's cartoon book. Now it is green and red with some gold to boot. A Christmas theme. Looks like crabgrass jetsoning out of the sky. Some shooting stars that have a real thick trail to them. The green, gold, and silver continue to blast away. Now we get a classic palm tree effect. A silvery gold with purple sparks on the end, like an axe striking metal when you're trying to hit a nice piece of wood. Kind of looks like you're out in the desert. You're dying for some water. So you take a hack into a cactus, and the water just spurts out in every which way, with the big droplet at the end being the twinge of purple. Down below, you get some flashbangs, sparkling at a terrific speed. We've got some blue, some dark blue and purple twinges going on in the background. They're spraying out like your uncle at Thanksgiving when he's probably had a couple too many drinks and all of a sudden the saliva starts flying out from his mouth. Now red, white, and blue. A patriotic display here in the Lone Star State. Sparklies all over the place. Looks like a bunch of bugs that are just ascending out of the sky slowly. They were attracted to a light. The light's been turned out. And now whatever kind of serotonin boost they get from a little luminance has been turned into the sadness of being encased by darkness once again. A barrage, all sorts of sizes. Crabgrass down low. Classic sparks of red, white, and blue up high. A delightful showing here in the Sugarland sky. Oh, what in the Willy Wonka is this sweetness? A magical display. Ooh, now we've got 4 different, kind of looks like fighter pilots shooting towards the sky, and you get those trails behind them. But these going straight up. Maybe a rocket from NASA or SpaceX is a better comparison. The red fireworks breaking off in every which pattern, in a variety similar to the kind of smooth rocks you'll find lining a mountain stream. Now some burnt orange to fill the sky as well. Trickly sons of guns shooting up like whales in the ocean, looking to breach and grab a little air. The burnt orange and copper up high in the sky. Similar to the coins you could get in a World of Warcraft game. Now, the red and the silver twinkles like fireflies who have been fed too much caffeine. They come up blue, they end red and white. The strobe light effect. Like you're at one of Houston's most extravagant nightclubs, and the clock has struck 3 a.m. Now a red trail up into the sky, for some purple and yellow. We're not too far from Baton Rouge. Go Tigers! The LSU colors dominate the sky. Another twinkly boy, now a blue guy coming up for some height. You got a classic silver, really more of a white kind of branching out. Your shooting star, strong finishes with nice trails on the end. And once in a while, one kind of diverting from the main path, twinkling off to fall somewhere else. The fans thought the show was over. That is not the case. Red, white, and blue as they go up. They finish silver and gold. Sparks and shapes in every which way. This is the finale, and it is quite magnificent. Fireworks guys just pressing every button they've got on the controller, emptying the tank. The sky is a mass of light, sound, and gunpowder. Red, white, and blue. Some more gold to boot. Crabgrass branching out of the sky. And that is the conclusion of the fireworks show.
We're just getting started. We'll meet you out front. Thank you so much.
Bananas Nation. Thank you, Jesse Cole. Take a look at what matters at the end of this thing. The party animals, dominant as they have been across these first 14 games. A nail-biter. Tying run was on second at the end, winning run on first. But Brett Helton able to get Jackson Olsen to bounce out to second. Dustin Baber there to secure the victory. And the Animals now a 2-game advantage over the Bananas on the tour. 7-5 compared to the Bananas 5-7. One tie each as that happened back on February 25th in Banana Fest. The 43rd ever Banana Ball game, a really exciting one. Whole ton of offense, and the boys think take the state of Texas 2-3 in our first 3-game series that we've had on what is going to be, when all is said and done, a 33-city, 20-state, 87-game tour. 14 in the books. That's as many Banana Ball games as we played in the entirety of the World Tour last year. That was 12 between the Bananas and Party Animals and 2 against the Kansas City Monarchs in our first ever Challenger Series. We've had one Challenger down. Major League Baseball Players Alumni Association fell to the Bananas back on March 11th, just 7 nights ago. Geez, it seems like a millennium now that I have made it to Texas for the first time. Okay, let's wrap this puppy up. Biko Scala here in the booth. Once again, shout out to Sean Fluke's dad, who created this really, really cute Biko Scala sign. This was my Facebook profile picture when I was like 14 years old. So really good job by the Flukes when it comes to the old reconnaissance. Appreciate everybody in the comments section who enjoyed the fireworks broadcast. It's always, it's tough to say that any part of a night in Bananaland is more exciting than the other, but I pride myself on getting a little wild when the fireworks hit the sky. Cloudy Electron, you're spot on. But wait, there was more. The old trickery for another full capacity crowd here in Constellation Field. Tony So said a top 3 fireworks show I've ever seen. That's great to hear. Now, I have to, as somebody who's seen a lot of fireworks in my life and broadcast probably close to 50+ shows at this point in my illustrious fireworks broadcasting career, I gotta be honest. It was towards the bottom tier as far as just a fireworks display goes. I think the reason for that is we're right next to an airport here, so you can't be shooting up these big old wonky boys up high into the sky. I understand the circumstances. They did the best with what they could do. But the West Palm Beach, the Banana Fest fireworks shows, a little more variety, a little more mass, a little more grandeur when it comes to the nitty-gritty of the fireworks that were up in the sky. So, I am a fireworks connoisseur. I got to call it as I see them, and that's what I am paid to do. The next game that we will have is going to be this coming Friday night in the capital of Alabama. We're going to be in Riverwalk Stadium in Montgomery, a return to one of our stops on the World Tour last year, as I have to figure out where the I always look in my viewfinder. I realize I'm not looking at you at home, and I apologize for that. That's a rookie move from a veteran broadcaster. We will be live at 6:30 p.m. Central Time in Montgomery, just like we were here in Texas. We will be Central Time next week, 6:30 p.m. pregame in Montgomery, 7 p.m. first pitch, just like these games the past 3 nights. Can't tell you how much all of us here on the BTV crew appreciate you all tuning in to watch these broadcasts. And speaking of the BTV crew, time for some shout-outs. Back in Savannah, shout out the crew that really makes this whole thing happen. On graphics, Dakota, dynamite job. Ben on the scorebug, looks supremely terrific all night, Ben. Rockstar work by you. On the replay machine, Keegan, you are superstar. Replays were superb tonight. Kwanzi on the audio, always pressing the right buttons. It always sounds terrific when oh my gosh, I've got text pouring in. Sorry, this is an inopportune time for my phone to be blowing up. Our technical director, the straw that stirs the drink back in our city by the sea, Griffin Ellis, the brains of every piece of technology that we have purchased across the last 3+ years in Bananas TV. You are a rock star, my dear friend, and continue to absolutely kill it. For our crew here in Savannah, as I finally get to the spot where I've got to be. Our camera folks, Nick, first of all, great work on our little slash camera down here. Great work on our improvised banana panorama since we couldn't fly it in the sky. And also, thank you so much for the Freddy's. My scorebook's not happy about it. In fact, for anybody wondering at home what kind of damage that just the bottom of a Freddy's container of fries and a burger can do, yeah, that's not really good. And it sat a little longer on my entertainment script. Goodness gracious, that's some of the spicy fry sauce. That's because I dropped a fry. That's just user error. Anyhow, Nick, you're a rock star. Appreciate you bringing us the burger, the fries, the cheese curds, and the 2 ice cream treats. Chris, on our wireless camera, as well as our reporter down on the field chatting with Tyler Gillum. You absolutely killed it, my dear man. Emerson, over on first base, you are a rock star, as good as they come. The Iron Horse of Bananas TV. Emerson has not missed a broadcast as far as I can remember. Maybe there was one last summer. I'm pretty sure that's not true, though. Since 2021. It's honestly an insane run. She's coming after you, Cal Ripken. Okay, of course, I know he was the Iron Man. Luke Gehrig was the Iron Horse, but we're going after the record holder, not the guy who's in second place. Thank you so much to Clayton on our high home here in Constellation Field. And to our local help, you guys were terrific. Let me pull you up right now. I know Brighton, you were out there moseying about, getting us some terrific shots. Figure it out, Biko. Work your phone. Okay, here we go. And also a huge thank you to Ian, Tanner, Matt. That's what I'm talking about. Really good stuff from all of our local help here in Sugarland, about 40 minutes outside of Houston. And then to finish up on our crew here in Savannah, the man with the plan, the fellow who hopped on the broadcast here for the first time of many times on this 2023 tour and helped us with our food review, Chad Reese, the coordinating producer of Bananas TV. You are a master. For our Bananalytics statistical savant coming from Athens tonight, Josh Chalevsky, thank you very much to everybody who came into the booth, starting with Dan Oberst, then Kyle Lewigs, Evan Olawani, and finishing up with the exterminator, Sean Fluke. We appreciate you so much here on Bananas TV, and most importantly, thank you so much to the fans. The K-Club comment section has been going wild all night. The YouTube comment section as well. I will dwell in there more in the future, I promise you. The game moves a mile a minute, and we're still getting our sea legs under us here as we're 14 games into an 87-game tour. Okay, once again, just to recap for everybody, we will be live again on Friday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time for pregame, 7 p.m. for first pitch, coming from Montgomery, Alabama. It's going to be really cool to be back in Riverwalk Stadium. That is a phenomenal park. Thank you to everybody here in the Sugarland Space Cowboys organization, AAA team of the Astros. You were so welcoming. It was an absolute blast. I am Pico Scala saying so long for now. Party Animals win 5-4. They have a 2-game advantage on the Bananas so far in the tour. They take the state of Texas, and it will be really cool to see what happens when we get into Alabama. Thank you so much for watching, commenting, having a blast with us. We've got more surprises coming next week. And, of course, we'll see you later!